Alright guys, I'm doing it again. I just got Diamond on Lake Maggiore circuit in the Lewis Hamilton Challenge with AMG GT3 Mercedes, which I hate. But you don't have a choice in car, so this is the one I used, and a lot of work, but I finally got it. So I'm going to go through real quick on how exactly to beat Lewis Hamilton in this challenge. And I'll do it again, I guess, because I tried to post one earlier, didn't upload, so I'll try to break it down as I go through here. Alright, the first thing I'm going to say is get to the right-hand side of the track as much as you can. You want to get as far over as you can. If you stay on the line that the computer gives you, you're giving up time, because you're giving up track, which means you're giving up time. You want to get as close to this white line as you possibly can. Okay, so you'll play. Now about the 100 board, this is you want to brake when this 100 board is just about over the top of you, maybe a little bit past it. Once you get to know the car better, I'd say just past it. As soon as you pass it, start your braking. Well prior to this 50 board up ahead. Now what's really important is to clip as much of this curbing as you can on the inside. This apex, this is where you also make a lot of time, or at least stay with Lewis, is make sure you get the wheels over this as much as you can. It's double curbed. Make sure you get it, you know, the middle of the car roughly over that. I actually gave up some time here, so don't do what I did here. But there you go. Now, what I do is I downshift here to make this corner because it helps trail brake the car. As soon as the car is turned in and stable in the turn, I upshift to second gear for the exit of the turn. With this turn, you want to cut in as much as you possibly can into the curbing and cut this. Even though there's the red speed bumps there, they don't really seem to slow you down. So take as much of the inside of this as you can. I came outside for this. You don't have to. Lewis's line, he just kind of stays in the middle of the track and he seems to do okay. I'm trying to just increase my speed through this. Now, once you're through this turn, as soon as you're straightened out and the car's stable in a straight line, you're going to immediately start your braking for the next right-hander, but you'll see that here. Right in the corner, car feels straight, braking. See, like that. Down a second, cut this, just a little bit of throttle. Take as much of that as you can in that curving. That's a tricky spot too, just because of the nature of it, going over a crest. Okay, so now I'm going to start braking right about the end of this outside little curbing area they have here. Right about there is where you're going to start your braking, but you want to turn in first before you brake. So follow this through, turn in, kind of aim. Once you get in the turn, you'll see you kind of aim the car over here. Late apex, back on the power, follow the turn on. For this next turn, it's sort of blind because you're going over this hill. So as you come up to the top of the hill, the car will be a little bit unsettled just because of the nature of coming over the top of the hill. So once the car is flat, that's basically when you start. Brake early on this turn. Brake, downshift, and then turn left, and you want to cut this curbing as much as you can. Accelerate through here, a little bit of a lift as you come through here. You just have to. Most cars can take it wide open. This one you can't because it's a normal car. Just try to keep as much straight of a line as you can through that. Don't forget to shift here. And right here, this is probably one of the most important braking points of the whole thing. Is this black box right here? You are going to brake at this black box. So you want to let off right about pretty close to where I'm at now. Let off the gas. Give it a second to coast just to balance the car, and it'll pay off later. You're going to downshift to second as you're braking. You're going to start your turn in under braking. You want to cut this corner as much as you can over this curbing and into the speed bumps, and accelerate. You can accelerate early because the turn is banked, so you can actually get on the power a little bit earlier before you see the exit of the turn. So there you go. Very important. Let's see what happens. Okay, so you saw how I was able to get on the power. You just keep once you start the turn in, just keep that wheel pretty much locked in place, and just control it with the power. This next turn is left-hander, high speed. Get as far to the right of the track as you can. Keep on the power. The second you get to this curbing up here, you're going to go ahead and turn in. You want to turn in early on this one. And you want to stay to the left. You don't want to follow the turnout to the right side of the track. Try to stay as left as you can coming through there, because the next one is a right-hander that you're going to cut the corner of. But we'll get there. Curbing, turning in, nice and early, still accelerating. Now the second turn, I have, as you can see, this is as far left as I could get. This next turn here is going to require a little bit of a lift, but again, turn in early. That'll really help you. Cut this corner as best you possibly can without getting a penalty. So this one here, there's a black skid mark right here. This is about the point you want to start your braking, and turn in with light, if any, braking. If you can get your braking done, get it done, and just turn in. Cut this corner as much as you possibly can. Back on the power. Now this right turn, it does require a little bit of brake. I've watched Lewis do it a bunch, and he brakes on this one too. I think what I did is I downshifted and upshifted really quick here just to get the back of the car to kind of swing out more. I probably didn't have to do that, but in the end it did work out, so I guess you can't say it's the wrong thing to do. But the setup here is good. It's kind of a later apex on this one. You want to apex just a little bit late because it goes right into another left-hander that you're going to take wide open. So let's see what happens here. Just a spot of brake. That's all I use. Back on the power. This is wide open through here. Now I'm gonna just keep going here. This is a tricky spot because it's downhill and all that. Again, it's all about this balance of this car. You can kind of see right here where the groove where it shows the braking zone. That's probably about right, and you want to make sure that you come out of this turn, or start the turn rather, pretty much at the end of this curbing, or just slightly before. And you're going to cut in very deep because it's double curbed over here. So cut in as deep as you can. You're going to be coasting from the time that you're done braking to the time you are over the apex, over this curbing. You shouldn't be on the throttle and you shouldn't be on the brake. Let the maximum grip it can have, just let it have it. If you're braking or you're accelerating, you're giving up turning grip. You don't want to do that here. So I don't know if you saw those black marks over there. There you go. That's the end of the lap. Now what I'll do is I'll show the full lap without pausing, so you can get an idea of the rhythm and the pace and all that good stuff. By the way, I didn't do this with his Ghost going because it makes me feel too much like I'm racing and start concentrating. For me, anyway, I start concentrating on his Ghost car, and I don't like doing that. I like finding my own track. If it works for you, go for it. I set the delay too, so he's like at the start, he's always like a tenth ahead of me or something like that. And it's good to just kind of see, if you want to see his lines of where he goes, you can do that. But personally, I'd rather just watch his replay. I think seeing it gives you a better idea of what you need to do. That's really a spot you can gain some time on. You didn't take that turn with a late apex. You just took a pretty normal going down at a good amount, if he's losing you at a good amount, you're losing time, this is probably a good time to just start over. There's that black box, the all-important black box to brake at. That's my braking point. I also used the shift there. I shifted a little bit early to try to get the back end to come around, and it did. So that's another good thing to do. If you're having trouble, the thing just wants to understeer so bad. The other thing too is try not to use that much steering with this. This car is easy to oversteer the wheel or the controller. I'm using a G29, but if you're using a wheel, it doesn't really give you that much good of feedback of when you've got grip and when you've lost it, because the car will just start basically plowing forward and understeer, and you'll be like, why isn't this car turning? And you'll be asking yourself, like, how do these other people get this car to turn and I can't even get it to turn? Really play around with that turning. Less is more. Less turning of the wheel actually will give you a better result. That's one of the things that took me a long time to figure out, and it's something I'm going to take with me to the next track, is don't oversteer the wheel or the car, because that'll just cause more understeer. So I hope this has helped you guys. Hopefully you guys can get this diamond too. Maybe some of these hints will help you. Maybe some of them won't. But either way, gotta get that diamond time. So thanks for watching, guys.